Okay, so let's get started. So right now we're looking at the GitHub Pages landing page. So you can see here, it gives us a little bit of information. This is very good for when you're starting to do anything. So before we start, we're going to talk a little bit about tech tips. Tech bites. So tech bites is something that the HighTechU organization is running throughout this time for online workshops. The Portable Geek in chat, you can say hi to him. He is one of the co-founders and he set up Tech Bytes. So if you're here, it's probably because of him and his tweeting and marketing. So I'm going to assume everybody has logged into GitHub now, so we can get started with episode 1. Hi. Hi, Murph. Burful. Now I'm the one that has to read chat names and butcher them. Okay, so GitHub Pages, what is it? So we're on their page right here, so let's go about and see what it is. So it's websites for you and your projects, hosted directly from your GitHub repository. Just edit, push, and your changes are live. So they provide us with some people who are actually using GitHub Pages, the GitHub training platform, Adobe open source, Jekyll, which we're going to be using, Electron, semantic UI, a bunch of ones. So that's pretty cool. We know that people are using it. That's a good bonus as well. What is GitHub Pages? So there's a YouTube video here if you ever wanted to watch it. I will post the link in chat if you wanted to go and see it for yourself. Okay, so get ready to get started. Build your own site from scratch or generate one from your project. Awesome. So we're going to just use the first step here, which is create a repository. So in a bit, we're going to head over to GitHub and create a new repository named username.github.io, where username is your username. So that's pretty good to know. So I'm going to assume that everybody has logged into GitHub. If you haven't, I'll give you 30 seconds to do so. So that should be enough time. So when you log in and you're on your username page, or if you logged in and you're on the general page, you should have this plus sign here in the top right corner. And you can click the drop down and click New Repository. Awesome. The truck is now passed. Okay, so on the GitHub page, it said that you should do username.github.io. So my username is HighTechU general, and then .github.io. So you're going to do the same, but replace HighTechU general with your username. We're going to give it a description. We can go my first website, and just let me know if you can't see the screen or if I should zoom in a little bit more. We're going to make it a public repository. Other people can see it. That's totally fine. Initialize this repository with a README. So we're going to say, sure, why not? That's completely fine. So once we're at this step, we can go create repository. And it's going to do its magic. And boom, you can dismiss the package. And pop up, we're not doing a package. You can learn more about that later. So here's your new repository. So it should look similar, but instead of HighTechUGeneral.github.io, it should be your username. So I'm going to link this in chat. And if you're also in chat and have a Twitch account, you can go ahead and link it in chat so that other people can go and view it. I'll give you until 10:07. Awesome. So if you do manage to do this and you want to post it, you can go ahead, but we're going to continue on with the rest of the workshop. So now that we're on our GitHub repository called username.github.io, we can go into the settings tab here. So we're going to go settings. That's okay. It's always good to process it once and then if you want to later, to go ahead. So we're going to scroll until we get to this GitHub Pages section. And already here it says GitHub Pages is designed to host your personal organization or project page from GitHub. And it says my site is already published at github.io. So let's open this in a new tab just for a second. And right there, it says HighTechUGeneral.github.io, my first website. So that's pretty cool. So already, if anybody wants to go to this link, everybody in the whole world can view it. But where does this text come from? So remember how we initialized it with a README? This little document here that's called Markdown. So let's go and do a quick search. So GitHub Markdown. And we go mastering Markdown. So let's do this. The first page. It says mastering Markdown. So it just gives you a little basic knowledge of what Markdown is, which is a lightweight and easy to use syntax for styling all forms of writing on the GitHub platform. So that's super cool. So we've got headers, just like in a Google Doc or a Microsoft Doc, where you have to click on the top bar to make it a title or title 2. Here, instead of that, we're going to do a hash. So 1 hash is the biggest title, 2 hashes is a smaller, and then 3, and then 4, and then 6. So this is pretty cool because we can use these syntax in our Markdown file. So we have one for images, we have one for links. So let's go back to our GitHub repository and let's edit this file. So here you can see that you have this cool little pencil icon. If you click it, you are now in a place where you can make changes. So instead of this, we're going to go HighTechU General. And then we're going to make another section called About Me. Hello. Thanks for visiting my website. And then, as we saw, you can make a link. So to make a link, it's a square bracket and 2 parentheses. So inside here, inside the square brackets, we're going to have what people see. So we're going to go Twitter. And inside the parentheses, we're going to have the link. So https://twitter.com/HighTechU. So awesome. So you've made these changes, but if we go to our website, they haven't updated. Nothing's changed. So that's when we have to scroll to the bottom. You can see this place where it says commit changes. You can add it. So added link to Twitter, because that's what I did. And then I commit these changes to the master branch. And then once we update it, you can see that it's changed. So that's a good sign. And then we go back to our website. We hit the refresh key and it's still not there. So we're going to wait 30 seconds and hopefully it does change. Fingers crossed. Okay, so let's try again. So we're going to refresh the page. Nothing yet. That's okay. We can go into our settings, see what's happening. So it might just be taking a while. It's a Friday, lots of people online at 10 o'clock, so we are just gonna wait. There we go. And now we can see that our changes are made. The HighTechU General, About Me, and then our link to Twitter. And look at that, it works. So this is a site that anybody can see that's written in Markdown. So what else can we do in Markdown? We can add an image. So let's do that. So let's copy the syntax right here. It's kind of the similar syntax as our links. And let's go back to our code and go back and hit that edit button. And we want to add an image. So let's find, I will do this in another tab. I will find a picture of a dog. We'll get a cute one. And we'll replace this place here where we have inside the parentheses with our link. And a cool thing is that you can preview your changes before you commit them. So we're going to preview it to make sure that it actually works. And here we go, it actually did work. So we're satisfied, we're happy. Let's go add dog picture. And we can commit our changes. Awesome. And just like last time, it'll take a little bit of some time to re-push to the website. So we're going to have to wait a bit, but that's okay. In the meantime, if you want, and if you're following, you can add your repository links, or you can ask some questions in chat and I can answer them. So let's try to refresh one more time. Awesome. Now we have a picture of a dog. So for all we know about me, I'm a dog. That's who I am. So you can modify and change using Markdown syntax, and it will automatically change once you commit to the master branch. Do we have any questions in chat? Is there anything you would like me to add onto the website? Something you would think would be helpful? Should we add another page to our website? I can show you how to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and create another page for a website. Websites usually have more than one page in, so let's go ahead and do that. So we can go back to our GitHub repository and we can click this Create New File button. So we're going to create a new file and we're going to call this file, what kind of page do we want? Let's just do a project page. So project, and you know how we were using Markdown, we're going to have to use that file extension called .md, which is Markdown. And here we're going to do 1# project, and then just regular text. Here is my project page. So right now we're not going to have any projects listed, but let's just go and create this project MD file, commit it to the master branch, and commit the file. So now you can see we have 2 files here. But when the person is on this page here, there is no way for them to access that page. So let's go and create that. So we're going to go back on this README file and we're going to click Edit. And up here, we're going to do a link, so those 2 brackets and those 2 parentheses, and then we're going to call it My Projects, and we're going to link it to project.md, that file that we just created. So if you created another file and you named it something else, you're not going to name it project.md. You named it about.md, you would link that instead. So My Projects, we're going to link it. So add link to project page. We're going to commit those changes. And just like last time, it's going to take a little bit before it arrives on our site. So in this project MD file, we want to do a list. So we're going to go back to our Markdown cheat sheet. And we have 2 ways of doing a list. We have an unordered list, so just dots, and then we have an order list, so 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C. Since we don't care about the order of our projects, they don't have importance, they don't need to be viewed and ordered, we're going to do an unordered list. So it's going to be a star symbol and a space is going to be the syntax. So we can go ahead and, just in case you missed that, you can click on project.md, the other file, and click the Edit This File button. And we're going to do star and space, and we're going to do the link again, so those 2 square brackets, and then the parentheses. So we're going to do portfolio, and we're going to link it to a GitHub portfolio. So let's go to our profile. We'll open up this in a new tab. And we have a portfolio. So we're going to click it, and we're going to link it to this URL that's at the top here. We can close this page now. And there we go. And then how we did that preview changes that we did before. So let's do that. And that looks good. And if you can see in the bottom left side, when we hover over the link, it shows us the proper URL that we wanted. So awesome. So what did we do? We add portfolio link. So that's what we did. We're committing it to the master branch. And awesome, now it's there. Okay, so we're going to wait a bit. We're going to refresh. We can see here that My Projects is now linked. So if we go to it, it goes to our file. Here's My Projects. But since we just committed to that paper, that markdown file, it's going to take a while before it loads. So we're going to wait a little bit. But here you can see that the URL has changed to project.html, which is fine. You can even do, oh, never mind, you can't do that. So it's going to be .html, but that's okay because Markdown renders into HTML. And you can learn more about how that happens with the links that were on the Eventbrite page. I can link it in chat as well. Markdown Guides is a really good website that just talks about how it is. So Markdown, you can read more about it here. A good part of somebody who's in computer science or in a tech field is reading. So reading documentation is really important. We did that when we walked through the Github Pages website to see how we had to do. So if we refresh, you can see that my portfolio is there. And if we click it, it goes to the place that we wanted it to link to. So now we have a pretty cool website where you can go to My Projects and we can go back to the initial page. So yeah, that sums about it. You can create some pretty cool websites. Obviously it's in Markdown, so you won't have the capacity to do a lot of styling, but you can make simple, very minimalistic pages with Markdown with GitHub Pages. It's free. It's open source. You can go look about how it's done. All you need is a GitHub account. So I think that's going to be everything. So if the Portable Geek is good, I think we're gonna end the workshop here and have just a time to chat if anybody wants to chat or ask questions or link their website that they've done. I know the Portable Geek has a website with GitHub Pages. We can also see my personal website. I did it for a tutorial way back when, so we can go see that one. So we can go to flightwizard.github.io. You can kind of see it. I did another workshop, deploy to GitHub Pages. If the Portable Geek wants to put theirs in chat, we can view it. Okay, well, we should be able to just go to it on the portablegeek.github.io. Oh, is it not live anymore? Oh no, it is. It just links to your website. So you can do quite a few things, which is pretty cool. So that was GitHub Pages with Jekyll and theming using Markdown. Yeah, it's just a redirect, which is just saying that when you go to a certain page, it brings you to another URL. So this is very common with websites if they use like a .ca and a .com. If you visit one and they go, actually, are you a Canadian? And they'll go to you to the .ca one. Do you want to link what a Grav website is? There we go. So that's just another way of making a website, and you can host it. Oh, well, that didn't work. Here we go. So it's just another one, which is pretty cool. So this one's a little more complicated. It's a little more advanced. You need to read a lot more to do this one. You'd probably want to do download Grav, and then it brings you to how to download it, quick installation. Portable Geek will have to do a workshop on this. Awesome. So if there's no questions, I think this is a safe spot to end the workshop and end the stream. We will be doing tech corners if the Portable Geek wants to link to where they can find information about that. You can find out more about HighTechU following the link that Nightbot sent. And then if you want to learn more about GitHub, they have a student pack. So GitHub provides a student pack for all students. So even high school students, it offers you a bunch of free tools. So anybody who is a student that can verify that they're a student will be able to get all these tools. So you can follow this link. And yes, QA Corner will start next week. So how do you become a member of HighTechU to find out more? What's the link for membership? We should probably make a command for that too. Let's see if that is. Yeah, it has a lot of information on that page. Nope, okay. That's not the page that we want to send them to. Okay, well, we'll figure it out, and you can just visit HighTechU, or you can send an email. Oh, here we go. There's the link in chat. You can fill out this form and apply to be a member. The Portable Geek handles that part of HighTechU. So the QA corner will be Monday through Friday from 12 to 1. We will be, is it going to be on here or is it going to be on Instagram? Or do we not know yet? It'll either be here or on Instagram, so stay tuned. But yeah, it'll be a chance for you to come in with any questions, programming, or just about tech or about UVic. So you just can come in. It'll be kind of like office hours for university professors. There'll be the Portable Geek will be there, and a bunch of the instructors from HighTechU Academy will also be there. We'll have some special guests. I think we have a guest next Monday and next Wednesday, so that'll be fun. So yes, so we'll end the stream here. Thank you for coming. You'll be able to view this stream at a later time. It'll be up on Twitch and it'll also be up on our YouTube channel. So thank you for coming and thank you for being here, and I hope you learned something. And if you weren't able to follow along, you should be able to rewatch this video at your own pace and fast forward and pause so that you are able to launch your own website. So thank you and have a good day. Bye.